You committed just a month or two into your sophomore year. What was it about FSU that made you so confident to commit such early in the process?
Well, FSU is FSU. It's no better place to go. Coaching staff was great. I've always loved FSU, always wanted to be a Knoll, and I feel like it's a good opportunity to win a World Series with them.
So with your talks with me and Coach Martin Jr., what's been the biggest takeaway from him that you are excited to play about?
He cares more about baseball. He cares more than baseball. He cares more about family, just making sure everything's okay, and wants to make sure you're doing all right. Wants to make sure you're becoming a better person, not just a ball player. And just it's more than baseball for him, which I really liked. All the coaching staff.
Around the field, Coach Metcalfe seems like a pretty energetic guy. What does he like to talk on the phone? Just what's your relationship like with him?
Oh, he's great. He's always energetic, always wants to know what's going on. He's just a great guy to talk to, easy to talk to, and he loves the game.
Has his training been harder or easier now with this times? And you don't have to go to classes, but it might be harder to find some training facilities.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier because there's not as many people wanting to work, and I feel like it's a good chance to get a step ahead of everyone. So I'm just finding whatever I can and working that much harder.
You've worked with current FSU catcher Matt Nelson. What has that been like? What has he told you about FSU, I guess?
He says how great it is up there, every part of it, and he's always trying to get me better. I love competing with him because he's someone I look up to, and I just want to be as good as or better than when I get there.
You got to go to the Mike Martin Jr. camp in fall. I guess what was that experience like, and were there other guys there that you thought could potentially play at FSU?
Yeah, that camp was great. Unlike other schools, Meat was really involved, and he wanted to make sure all the kids were doing the right things, and all the coaching staff was really involved. And current commit Justin Best really caught my eye there. We got to talk a little bit, and I'm excited to play with him in the future.
I know it might be hard to tell now, but what are your summer ball plans?
Hopefully just get to play as many tournaments as possible with top tier, and maybe a couple teams here and there, but just win as much as I can and play the best of my abilities.
What's the number one thing you're trying to improve right now?
My all-around game, getting flexible, trying to be more of a contact hitter, not just power, and trying to become a great all-around player.
It's a couple years away, but what do you think is the number one thing you'll bring to FSU?
I'm going to bring a guy who's great in the locker room, great team player, and I'm going to go on that field every day wanting to win and hopefully win a World Series.